All right, we are here on Mr. Donnelly's roof. So we had already provided a simulation with chalk to show which shingles we were going to need to have covered in order to remove this vent. They were asked for us to send in a video. So basically we have sealant here. Sealant is permanent. It tears things when you try to take it off, as well as the nails through the shingle. So we don't use shingles with nails through them. I mean, that's just silly. No insurance company or contractor should be reusing shingles with nails through them. So these, at least alone, have to be replaced. But you'll see, you know, most shingles, we can just grab kind of a random one here. We can start to unseal it, you know, pretty easily when it's doing its job right? So that shingle's unsealed with no damage there. It'll seal back down in the sun and later on tonight when it gets cold. Now on our total vent here, if you come in here, you can actually see what we call it's black roofing cement, but we'll call it butyl or bull, which is what some of the crews call it. So the cement is even stronger than silicone. It doesn't bend or flex, right? So instead of having a single shingle that unseals really easily, we go in here to take the shingle up, and we're not gonna do the whole vent here, but we're gonna start to show you that as we get this guy unsealed, we're gonna come around the top here to go to unseal this shingle. And first of all, there's not really like a good way to get in there. So you can come in here on this side here and see as we go to separate the shingle, it's gonna start to tear here in the middle. All right, so now come right under here and check this out. So you can see the roofing, so you can see the shingle literally being ripped in half here, being torn. And as we go to lift it higher to get it off of there, I mean, half the back of the shingle is being torn off. So, you know, that's immediate fail. So before we go too much further, tearing this roof apart and being silly about it, this is your failure here, right? We got our shingle torn in half the long way behind here. So we're going to need the shingles that I outlined in that sim. It's probably going to look something like, you know, maybe not these here, probably still going to need these here, but at the very least probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's probably going to look something like that on this one, just to make sure that we don't have any residual silicone on the inside. Again, we're not using aggregate material, man. We're not using garbage. So once these are torn in half and nails in it and silicone, I mean, look at the state of this roof in general anyway. Like, anyone can look at this roof that's a roofer, DA, FA, FI, and see that this is irreparable. So that's gonna be the turtle vent. We're gonna show you in a clip here the stacks as well. So give us just 1 second. Go ahead and end that one. All right, so we've got the stacks over here. Again, same deal. We've got silicone on these shingles. There's nails underneath that silicone. So we've got silicone in between the metal here and the shingle, as well as a nail being driven through it. The homeowner's gonna see these videos, and just, you know, for transparency, Southern Roofing doesn't put shingles back on a roof that have holes in them or silicone that are gonna tear them. That's not good faith. It's silly. No one should be doing that. So straight away, at the very, very least, you're gonna need the 2 bottom on all of these here. But again, as we showed you on the last one, you know, the crews have got silicone around all the bases of these here. So as we go to start to separate the shingle, you know what's gonna happen. You can feel it right here. Actually, there's some silicone. We go to separate it, and the shingle starts to tear, and the shingle gets torn in half. Go ahead and bring the camera down in here. So you can actually see here that line where the shingle, the back half of the shingle is being ripped off of it from it having been sealed down. So straight away, we've got a shingle here that's annihilated the long way by having the back half of it torn off. And that's going all the way around. That's going all the way around the outside of this here. So you're gonna find that pretty much no matter where you're going in here, where if you take a peek in here, you can see this is a portion of the shingle that's been torn off. You know, we usually will call it mat transfer if it's a shingle on a shingle, but we've got metal here. It's just, you know, it's kind of the same thing where, you know, portions of this shingle that's already cut, like they've already cut this shingle, has now been torn off. So, you know, there's really no conversation or question at all. We do a lot of these all the time. We're the best at this. We know we need those shingles. So at the very least, again, it's gonna look something kind of like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at the least. At least, we really need to get those shingles above it as well. So with our 3 stacks, 1, 2, 3 with our turtle vent, we're looking somewhere in the ballpark of 32 to 36 shingles to get these swapped out. And then we can kind of see what happens from there. So these clearly cannot be removed without a shingle. So we are looking to get some coverage opened here so that we can repair these correctly. Now that they've been deemed to have storm damage, you know, dollar amount or not, the homeowner has a responsibility now to get these repaired because they've been deemed broken. So we're looking to get those shingles opened. Thank you so much.